All right, old school NBA fans, self-research, NBA facts. Got another video here for you. As always, thanks to anybody who watches my videos, subscribes to my channel. I really appreciate it. I feel like we're in this together. We're fighting back against the big media who's set up all the narratives. They got all the power. They're brainwashing people every day. They treat this stuff as gospel. And I still get these detractors come in here once in a while, and that's fine. Look, you guys are welcome to come in here. I don't mind you want to watch my video and all that kind of stuff. Just if you come in with the mindset of wanting to stir things up, then just don't bother. I'd rather you don't even watch my videos because it's just not for you. You don't agree with it? Don't watch it. That's fine. But why leave comments? I mean, that's the thing I'll never understand. Why leave this negative comment about how something isn't untrue? I mean, I've only been doing this for about 4 months. I got a baby YouTube channel. Like, you got nothing better to do? I mean, I'm here to try to give people knowledge. Like I gain knowledge also from you guys in the comments. So that's why I say we're in it together. We work together. It's been great. And look, LeBron James controls the media, Clutch Sports, whatever. Okay, so they got a huge advantage on controlling the narrative. All right, they already got the Shannon Sharp, Nick Wright, Colin Cowherd, Gilbert Arenas, all these people spewing their garbage, and even YouTube content creators too. There's a few on there. Already have this huge advantage. So I'm just here to tell you that this era that you guys think is so great is not as great as you think it is. It's no better. It's just the rules have changed. The players are definitely softer. They think they're stars. They think they're somebodies when they're just basketball players. And that's what they were back in the day. Sure, they were celebrities, but they didn't look at it like that. They looked at it like it was basketball, was their job. And that's what they went out to do and give it to the people. They think they're doing the people a favor. That's the difference. They felt an obligation back then. That's the huge difference right there. The rule changes, sure, that all plays part of it, but don't go trashing past eras, because those guys played much harder, much more durable, showed up for work every day. This era here, you just don't get that. You get a bunch of prima donnas out there, a bunch of divas, thinking that they're more than what they really are. And LeBron's going to get his fair shake. Those of you who've been following my channel know that I'm putting together a top 25 ranking. Okay, LeBron's going to get his fair shake. All right, I'm not going to hold any bias against him. I don't have anything against LeBron personally, even though, yes, I understand why his integrity and his honor are in question. I get it. I do. And there's a lot of content creators that talk about that. I get it. Absolutely. I'm trying not to let that affect how this is all going to play out. But anyway, I narrowed down my list to 25 players. And they are Charles Barkley, Bob Cousy, Elgin Baylor, Kevin Garnett, Giannis, George Mikan, Durant, Karl Malone, Tim Duncan, Larry Bird, Dr. J, Shaquille O'Neal, Kareem, Wilt Chamberlain, Oscar Robertson, Magic, LeBron, Moses Malone, Jokic, Jerry West, Curry, Kobe, Hakeem, Bill Russell, Michael Jordan. Those are the top 25. Not in that order. That's just the 25 names. And I'm getting deeper into it right now. I should have it ready by Monday or so, my actual top 25. But anyway, sorry for the rant, but this video here specifically is about home court advantage. Now, it gets tricky when you're talking about Bill Russell, because how do you handle the 1958 finals? It was a 6-game series. Boston lost. It was one of the only 2 series that Russell lost. However, he didn't play in 2 entire games and missed parts of 2 others, about half of 2 other games. So he missed essentially half the series. Do you count it anyway? Do you put it off to the side? I've never really known how to handle that. Either way, if you hold it against Russell and say, yeah, it counts, he played enough, then he lost once with home court advantage. If you say, no, he wasn't there for the whole thing, it's not fair to include that series, then he never lost with home court advantage. So now that we got that out of the way, Michael Jordan is the only player of the 25, and any player that I've ever known of that has not lost with home court advantage. To me, that's big. I mean, you got to get marks for never being upset. That's got to be big. George Mikan and Elgin Baylor only lost once. Elgin Baylor, lost a couple of leads, lost a lot of finals, never won a championship, never won an MVP, but Elgin Baylor was a phenomenal player, but only once with home court advantage. Now the players who lost twice, there's a few more of those. Keem Olajuwon, Kobe, Steph Curry, Jerry West, Charles Barkley, Kevin Garnett, and Nikola Jokic have lost twice. 3 times is Moses Malone, Giannis, Kevin Durant, LeBron, Magic, and Oscar Robertson. 4 times Bob Cousy, which is funny because, he did lose the 58 finals because he was part of that, but he didn't lose any other ones when Bill Russell came along. All that happened between 51 and 56, those 6 years. He lost 3 times of home court advantage. Find that funny. 5 times, there's some great players who lost 5 times of home court advantage. Wilt Chamberlain, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, Shaq, and Dr. J. I was surprised by so many people lost 5 times of home court advantage. Crazy. Home court advantage means you're the higher seed. Now, 2020 and before, maybe even, I'd say 2020 to today, the seeding, you can just throw it right out the window. Because of load managing, they treat the regular season like it's training camp. Okay? Yeah, they're trying to win MVPs and all NBAs and all stars and all that stuff. But they don't go all out like they do in the playoffs. All of a sudden everybody tries hard or whatever. They don't do it in the regular season. So that affects your seeding. So it's thrown all out of whack now. People with home court lose all the time. Look at this last season. I mean, the Knicks lost. I know they had injury, whatever, but they lost to a lower seed. Milwaukee, even though they're their best player, they lost to a lower seed. Dallas won 3 straight series on the road. What can you say? It's ridiculous. It just is. These lower seeds, like Miami was an 8 seed last year, got all the way to the finals. They beat three teams that had home court advantage. I mean, it's just a regular thing now, which is insane. Like a team losing a home court advantage, it was not a regular thing. It might have happened once a season on average back in the 80s, 90s, 2000. It just didn't happen. But anyway, the most on this list, 7 times with home court advantage, there's 3 players. Do you know who they are? I'll give you a second. Who of the 25 players that I named lost 7 times with home court advantage? I guarantee you one of these names is gonna surprise you. Karl Malone is one of them. That probably didn't surprise you. He got upset a lot. Blue leads. Tim Duncan, 7 times lost with home court advantage. And Larry Bird, 7 times with home court advantage. That's excessive. Like the average seems to be about 3 for these top 25. About 3 times about average. 7 times is insane. That's excessive. I know there's factors to go into it. I get all that, but still, you're the better seed. You got the better team, at least all regular season, and then you get upset. That's got to be held against you on some level. Just like the players at the top, like George Mikan, Elgin Baylor, Bill Russell, and Michael Jordan, it's got to be a gold star for them because they never allowed an inferior team, whether they were hot or not, didn't matter. They didn't allow them to go in there and beat them on their home court or take control of the series and upset them. They didn't allow it. It just didn't happen. Now in George Mikan's case, he only played about 7 years or whatever, and he only had like 2 series per year. Okay, so some of the older players, you kind of understand why. That's why it's surprising to see it like a Wilt Chamberlain, or even a Kareem get upset 5 times, even though they played a lot, Dr. J, because they didn't have as many rounds in the playoffs. Even though a lot of these, when you're the 1 or the 2 seed in the 80s and the 90s, you're probably not going to get upset. It rarely happened. It did, but not very often. So it was just like an easy win or whatever. But anyway, that's it. Just wanted to share my 25 names. I'm narrowing it down. I'm getting there. I'm working on the ranking now. And I just wanted to share this home court advantage. Again, Michael Jordan, the only player that I know of who's played more than 5 years or whatever. I mean, look, Shea Gilgeous-Alexander, he was the 1 seed. He just got lost with home court advantage just this last year. Jokic twice. It happens all the time in this modern era, where it happened rarely back in the day. But anyway, that's it for this video, and thanks for watching.